Echo is a DPS hero. That is right.
She is damage.
Everyone this morning was like, support. I saw a couple people be like, they're hoping it's a damage character, and it is. I'm very happy that it's a damage personally. Now, I this morning I hopped in for a second just to kind of run around with her, and play around, and her abilities are insane.
Executing flight maneuvers.
Yeah, she is a lot of fun. She reminds me, she's kind of in that tracer category of fluid mobility and feels just so much fun to play.
Yeah.
Like feels so responsive.
I was really interested about her shift. I haven't even shot yet. But her shift ability, and then how kind of like Mercy does the
glide.
Yep. And I didn't realize that when I first was running around, I was kind of fooling around with it, and I was like, oh, that's a pretty cool ability. Then I saw I could hover and like fly with it. I was like, wow, that's insane. And then now the stats, do you know how strong that left click is, like what that damage is?
Yeah, I have it right here in front of me, and people always ask me these stats, and I usually don't have them because I say we change them so much, and we're likely to change it in this PTR.
Sure.
Primary fire is 3 bullets. It's a projectile. You notice it's kind of slow projectile, so you have to really learn to aim and sort of lead with it.
Yep. 17
damage each, 51 damage per blast if you hit with all of them.
Okay, got it. Yeah, so like that was one thing I noticed when I was using her earlier, is that like on the moving ones, I was kind of like, okay, like definitely you'll need someone to be able to master the projectile ability with her, because it's definitely not like a easy thing to master. She's now her right click, that was what I would thought was one of the coolest. And
yeah,
it's funny because when I first did it, I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen, and I did it like next to myself, and I actually hurt myself with it. And so I'm not gonna hurt myself with it, but here's her right click, and what's the official name of this?
The official name is Sticky Bomb.
Sticky Bomb. So
yeah,
I don't know if you just noticed, chat, but I just did it in like, you can literally
update, target destroyed.
So like, if you can do this right, you can like stick multiple people potentially right with it, and then it does damage initially, and then it does like an AoE kind of thing, right? Which is really interesting.
Yep, it's so Sticky Bombs is 6 per volley, 5 damage on impact, and 30 when they explode after 1 second.
Gotcha.
Super fun. Like you catch somebody going around a corner, it's pretty great. Or if you're just doing like a lot of peeking, you're trying to like wear the enemy team's Reinhardt barrier down or something like that, and you're just kind of peeking corners, but you don't want to be exposed for too long. You can, stick those to the shield and work it down.
Clearing the way.
I think it's a really cool move. I like the right click a lot. Her left click, I'm not the best DPS player in the world by any means, so I think her left click will be really good for people that are really good with projectile, but her right click, in my opinion, is like that's one of her cooler abilities. Now, so the shift, the flying, the right click, and now her ultimate blew my mind. I couldn't figure it out, Jeff. I'm gonna be honest, I couldn't figure it out for a little while.
That's why we added this new thing to the. Well, you didn't show focusing beam yet. You should show focusing beam.
Oh, you're right. I didn't. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Her alternate ability.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest, Jeff. I don't know if I even did this one off stream. Okay. I didn't. I did not use this one off stream. So this one's new to me.
Yeah. And if you want to, you can show your stream. If you press F1, you can show them the ability so they can take a look.
Yeah, I spoiled the duplicate a little bit, but it's
yeah. They're gonna go nuts. Okay, so the focusing beam, if the target's below half, it does crazy amounts of damage. If the target's not below half, you really don't want to use focusing beam on something. but when that target's below half, it's crazy. So here, I'll give you the exact stats on it.
Okay.
Where is it?
What's
Where
the
is it?
range? Is there?
Okay, the range is 20 meters.
Okay.
It lasts 2.5 seconds. Does 50 DPS normally,
Wow.
but 200 DPS to targets under half.
Whoa.
And what I think players are gonna love about that is it works on barriers and ice wall,
gosh.
etc. So, and
love you.
Jeff Goodman told me something that I had never realized. I've been working on this game since 2013 at this point, and I had never realized this. The way you can tell a barrier's at half is when you start to see the cracks in the shield.
Yeah.
That's exactly half. So if Echo sees the cracks in the shield and then does that focusing beam, you'll just melt it down.
I mean, I'm looking like at the health of these training bots. It's interesting because like you use it, obviously when they're full health, you were saying above half does a lot less. It still does some, but as soon as this thing gets to half, it just goes.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Wow. And so, and that's more of a, that's not a projectile. That's like a,
yeah, it's just
lot.
the beam.
Yep.
You've got to get kind of in close. 20 meters is not super far in Overwatch, but
That's a confirmed kill.
you know, it's what we would consider medium range. It's a great finisher though, and that's what puts her. To me, she feels like a flying, like almost like a mix between a Pharah and a Tracer. There's so much about her that's just fluid and mobile.
She can kind of like you. I tried this earlier. You can stay up in the air for a while. I think indefinitely. You can literally just fly because if you hold space, kind of like Mercy, and you just float down, right, and then you go over here, and then it's like, all right, well, time to go back up.
You can do it again.
Yep.
Yeah. What's cool about the glide, which you're activating by holding space down.
Yeah.
So Mercy, this was a fun conversation I had with Jeff Goodman. He's our lead hero designer. He designed Echo. So Mercy, it's more like a parachute. When you hold jump down, it's more about a slow fall, but you don't have a lot of horizontal movement. But with Echo, you fall much faster than Mercy does, but your horizontal movement is really fast. You can cover great distances.
Yeah, you can.
So more like a hang glider.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it actually, because like I can like really like warp around.
Taking off.
Like you can move with her. She's not.
Yeah.
And is the shift? Is it any which way? Is it like directionally? Yeah. So like,
Activated.
if you hold backwards, she shifts backwards,
Yes.
right? And if you hold space, she shifts up.
It's basically like you get an initial boost in whatever direction you're aiming. So that for like Tracer players will be very familiar. Like Tracer can blink in all directions. So you get an initial burst in a direction, and then you get flight for 3 seconds.
Yeah, and then the flight. Yeah, that is really dope. Wow.
The first version of her had her flying all the time, like never touching the ground. And yeah, that was.
You can kind of do that, but you gotta like be really intentional about it, I would say. And if you it's kind of cool too how you can like let go and almost like fly down at people pretty quick, and then kind of hold space again and like drift away. It's kind of a cool little.
Yeah, and you're gonna see too, like when you start fooling around with her ultimate, why the mobility is so important for her.
Yes. So, does she have a passive? I don't want to hit F1 and spoil. Do you know? Is there a passive?
The passive, we would consider the passive being the glide, which technically I guess you're holding space down for, but that's the only passive that she has at this point.
I didn't know if there was anything else that I like missed. Now this ultimate, Jeff, confused me. I'm sitting here and I'm looking at it and I'm looking at the ability. I'm like, what the heck am I doing wrong? I can't figure this out. I'm pressing Q, right? Like my chat tells me to do all the time, press Q, and it's just not working. And then I realized what it was.
We added a little something here to the training room, which was here for all players. So you can basically spawn whatever hero you want from now on.
Yep.
Which is cool. So her ultimate is called Duplicate, and you get to pick any enemy player. So you have a choice of 6 different heroes to pick from, if an enemy is Echo, this is an immediate question everybody asks. What if Echo duplicates Echo? You can't do that. We don't let you do that.
Good call.
But any of the other 31 heroes, you can duplicate them and play as them. And if that wasn't crazy enough, while you are that enemy, you have extremely accelerated ult generation. So there you go, your Tracer. Look how fast your ult came
Yeah, I think I
out.
got it in one. I literally got it in one
You get a
literal
couple
clip.
off.
Yeah, I am a terrible Tracer player, just for the record, everyone. So I'm sorry.
No, you're doing great.
Thank you.
You're doing awesome.
And then how long is that? That's what?
Yeah, it's 15 seconds.
Okay.
And the ult gain is 650%. Yeah.
Okay, wait, I need to try something. So let's say the enemy team has McCree. Let me get my, hang on.
Yeah, you can get it back. We're gonna add something eventually to the training room where you can just fill up your ult real quick.
Cool.
Yeah.
Man, her E is, I think, the ultimate is incredible. And her E is really cool too.
Yeah.
Okay, here, I got it again already.
It's a really fun combination of abilities.
Oh, you can glide all the time with her. I didn't even know that. Okay, so now I'm like, oh, there's a McCree on the team. What's the range on this? Oh, so I can do it. I'm just trying. I want to hang on.
You need line of sight.
So like if I'm way up in the air.
And that's what's useful, because you have to remember in combat you're going to be targeting the enemy team.
Wow.
And so, yeah.
That was, I can't believe, like, now do I look different to you?
You do. If you want, I can show you what it looks like.
Yeah, sure. Because I'm curious.
Okay.
This McCree, my hand and everything looks different.
Personality
So I always remind people, like, hey, this ability is not like here we go. Here, I'll be Echo too. So we'll show you what it looks like. I'll switch to somebody else here.
I noticed too that she says the line. She said it was high noon when
The voice work is really cool.
That's awesome.
Both the actress and the voice actress of Echo and the original line play at the same time. So that's really. Oh, I should get my ult. So I always remind people, hey, this isn't like the spy in TF2. The goal here is not to be stealthy. It's not like you're under disguise and you're trying to pretend like you're the enemy team. We make it super obvious that Echo's ulted somebody. I almost have ult.
Okay.
Hold on.
boosting up.
Yeah, internally we have cheats to like gain ult, so we realize we need to give that to people. It'll be much easier. Okay, so you can. Here's what it looks like in third person. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready. I got you.
Okay.
Duplicating rotor.
Okay, so yeah, you're like glowing.
It's super obvious.
And you already got your ult. Whoa.
Yeah. We were showing people Echo last week, and people were asking me like, "Oh, can you tell me some, cool stories from playing her?"